how did you guys know when to get married? Any advice?
But we're both not married.
Yeah, we're both
Oh,
not
you're
married.
okay.
I'm engaged lah.
Or engaged.
Yeah.
What relationship advice do you have?
Compromise.
Compromise.
I think so I recently had my mind changed when it comes to arranged marriages. Because I used to think what kind of nonsense is this? Like your parents make it and then you just go with this. But actually it's not like that. Like I read a bit more about what it's like in India, for example. So what they'll try to do, because obviously they also don't want to arrange marriages that will fail. They will say look at mutually beneficial for the family. Like so if my family is into textiles, this family is into logistics, can do freightage, whatever, right? Then obviously got business opportunity. I have...
It's the original algorithm.
It's family-based algorithm, right? Then I'm like, hey, my son, your daughter, actually their vibe quite similar. Let's have them meet. So it's not like force the person to just marry that person. They try to make it work. Yeah, and it's great because there's that family network there. So if there's any problems, you can talk to people. They can give you that perspective also. So actually it's not bad. And I think like even normal marriages that are not arranged, it needs a bit of that because I love, Project Runway, Tim Gunn. So he always says, make it work. When you say make it work, it's not just it works. It's like you put in the effort to make it work. And I think relationships, for me, it's like that. Like that you find something that you find somebody that goes well with you at the start, but you also have to make it work to get it as close to perfection as possible and keep updating it like your money situation. I'm not saying my fiancé is money. Because she's angry at me.
Yeah, because no matter how perfect the girl or guy is, there will always be something to
you get
to
close
nitpick
enough,
on,
you will see something.
Familiarity breeds contempt. So people always look for the one. There's no such thing as the one. It's all about like love is a choice. You just have to every day put in the effort to make it work.
But since we're personal finance blog also, I think it's also important to consider.
Somehow woven, is it? Related?
No, I'm saying you should also in a way screen somebody. Not to say people cannot be convinced otherwise. And you can... It's practically probably impossible to just find somebody that completely aligns with you when it comes to financial decisions. But financial decisions and relationships are extremely interwoven. You might think, pure love, whatever. But seriously, you live long enough, it will be something that you talk about. So when you also meet somebody, not to say ask, hey, you into investing or not? You ever invest or not? No, then okay, sorry, bye-bye. It's not like that, but you kind of see the sensibility of the person.
Yes. I mean, for example, if you're a BTO guy, then the person want to...
Condo guy.
Condo.
I buy a condo, I live in landed property. Then, I expect...
Then something needs to be discussed.
Yeah, or like, I want you to look after my parents.
I want landed property, I want this car, I want that car, that kind, and then maybe... Yeah.
Or like, my parents say, you cannot... my boyfriend needs to earn more than me. Then, there's an issue already. So all these things need to be discussed upfront. And I think, if the person is not willing to... compromise, then I think no hard feelings lah. Maybe it's just not the right person for you, and that's okay because there's no such thing as the one.
It's better than making that mistake. Then you finding out like 10 years, 5 years later. There's especially in Singapore when you BTO together, the process becomes a lot more complicated. Even more so when you have a kid. So
yeah. And also I would say like don't rush to get married just because you want to buy a house. I mean that's like one of the.
I have many friends doing that though.
That's one of like the. I mean, it's so transactional. You should at least like figure out whether is this person a long-term thing, rather to just rush and
So actually, I have a house with my fiance. We just haven't married because COVID. Then my parents in Malaysia, but we intend to do it lah. But it's a very considered thing lah. Yeah. And Riming is renting, so that's actually a good way to do it. I think to kind of live together for a while. Because me and my girlfriend fiance, we've been living together for a long time actually because. We were in NTU and then I had a hall and then she would stay with me. Things like that. Technically not legal, but sorry NTU.
Yeah, I think trying to chase like the max grant, like get married when your income not high. I mean, these are cheap little ways of
that sacrifices long term.
Yeah, there are long term sacrifices that will not be immediately like visible to you.